To whom agree? Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed. 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 Doomed.
Welcome back.
It's us, Nicole.
And Tessa.
And Kim is here.
Yay.
As?
Oh, what am I?
Kimbot.
Oh, a Kimbot. That's right.
I just forgot.
I told you I was faulty.
Because we're talking about Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, 1997. And now I graduated high school this year. And so why did I love this movie?
I know.
At that
went to see
big
it
age.
in theaters at my big age.
I wasn't 12 when this came out.
No.
I was almost 18 years
I
old.
knew better. And still, I laughed, but I didn't laugh as hard this time.
No, you guys, I don't know if we can say it has stood the test of time.
Not like Wayne's World.
No, yeah, Wayne's World is so good.
Not like Wayne's World. Not like that.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
I know.
I wanted to love it. I didn't hate it, but
Boy,
yeah.
I wasn't like upset.
But I wasn't
that
like
I had
laughing
to watch
out loud.
It, but no, I mean there
No.
was a couple like,
Yeah, and there's still things from all three of these movies that I say in my normal vocabulary
all the time.
But that does not mean that the movies altogether are great.
It's mostly just when.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
I
got like
was-
15 minutes into the second before I realized it wasn't the
It
first
was not
one.
the first
yeah.
one. And it took me to get all the way to the end before I was like, where the hell Minnie me?
Oh,
He's
right.
in the second one.
You gotta bring in the clown.
Oh, yeah. So let's just get straight into it. The cast. Of course,
Right.
Mike Myers as both Austin Powers and Dr. Evil.
And Dr. Evil was supposed to be Jim Carrey.
And now why did that not happen?
He was doing Liar Liar.
Oh,
I feel like at the
okay.
time. So instead of being able to do this, he was.
I think he would have made a great Dr. Evil, but I also think it's one of the funniest parts of Austin
Right,
Powers
that
is that
he's
he's his own
a double-
arch nemesis.
Right. And don't we find out later in the third one? Sorry to skip ahead, but that like they're related.
Oh, maybe.
Isn't it like that Mike Cocaine is like both their dads?
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like
don't
he's
remember.
in the third one. That just came to me.
I only watched the first and second. I did
didn't
not watch
watch-
the third one.
I didn't watch any of the sequels because I was like, after I finished it, I was like,
Yeah, you were like, whatever. Well, I was
remembered the
hoping
things
I
that I
watched the
thought were
second
funny.
one because I was like, oh, maybe it was the second one that I really
Right.
loved, and it was like, also it was like,
I mean,
yeah,
I liked it.
it was all right.
I liked it.
It was all right. Elizabeth Hurley as Vanessa Kensington.
Michael York, who was not in the last movie but is in this one as Basil Exposition.
Mimi Rogers as Mrs. Kensington.
Oh, that's right. Seth Green as Scott Evil.
Robert Wagner as number 2.
I know it. Mindy Sterling as Frau Farbissina.
Paul Dillon as Patty O'Brien.
Will Ferrell in his debut as Mustafa.
That's right. Charles Napier as Commissioner Gilmore.
The fucking Silence of the Lambs guy.
Oh, that's right.
The
That's who
Silence
that
of the
is.
Lambs guy.
That's right.
And then after I told you about that was the Silence of the Lambs guy, also special appearance by Mark Bringleson, who was in Lawnmower Man.
oh, yes, as Andy Warhol, which I didn't even see him in this movie.
I did. I saw him and I was like, oh, that's Mark Bringleson.
Was he like in a dance scene or something?
He
or
was in one of the, when he comes to, it's my happening and it freaks me out.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
all like partying all, or no, in the very beginning when it's still the 60s.
Okay. And
It's
then the
like
only
his
other
party.
one I have is Clint Howard as the radar operator.
But was he though? Wasn't he in the second one?
It's in both of them.
Oh.
He does the, it
Right.
looks like on the second one it's the Johnson.
The dick joke was going to happen.
That's in
but
the
it
second
wasn't.
one.
Yeah, because
so he's in both.
His first name is Johnson. Oh, we do also have Joe's son as Random Task, and it was kind of funny that they used his mugshot
Oh, yes.
in the cast list because he is currently
I thought I wrote him down, but I guess I
in
did
prison for murder. I believe
I
it's
believe.
Horrible,
horrible murder.
horrible torture and rape.
Oh.
and
Oh,
all
my.
kinds of
Wow.
bad shit.
No, you should
So-
have been a villain in this movie, sir.
And that's
He
true.
he
Dr.
was.
Evil and Austin are secret twins.
Oh, they're
twins.
secret twins even.
Wow.
Wow. So
Not-
when he's talking about his father, in this? He's talking about my cocaine.
I guess all that I know. He tells all that stuff about his dad's a Belgian.
Luge lessons.
My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute. It was quite a common childhood.
Webbed
It was
feet.
very with webbed feet.
Named Chloe.
And in case you didn't already know, Dr. Evil is Lorne Michaels. Is like a
Yes.
Lorne Michaels impression.
Yes.
Because he talks weird like that.
Because he talks weird like that.
I bet you some of these phrases came straight out of Lorne's mouth when he's like, especially when he's
Probably.
trying to get Scott to come to Papa. Like he's all the
Come on, give me a hug. Give me
I
a
can
hug.
totally see that.
Hug.
Do you have
away
any
from
other
me,
The little
lazy
fingers.
eyes. Ew. Don't you reach out to me, Lorne Michaels.
Do you have any other cast?
I
Burt
have,
Bacharach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Burt
yeah.
Bacharach as himself. And did you see also in the little cast list that it was Louis Meme? I was like, does that mean as himself?
Oh.
Louis Meme.
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's what it said. I assume that that's what it means.
I don't know.
Mark Bringleson I already said.
Yep.
Elia Baskin as General Borscht. And that's
Fabiana
Oh,
Udenio
yes.
is a lot of vagina
Yeah,
who
we just skipped right over.
I
her.
did not ever think about because I had not watched this in so long. Is the
Right.
girl from summer school, the French exchange
Yeah,
student or
with
foreign
the
exchange student?
French cut.
Yep, that's her.
Oh, that's what she had in her French cut was a lot of vagina.
Yes, she sure did.
How did it all
Sure
fit?
did.
And even her real name sounds oddly like vaginal. don't it?
Fabiana
A
Udenio.
little bit.
Hey, I just scrolled down to the additional cast and Carrie Fisher's list.
Oh, yeah, she's in there. I have her-
The
I have her as the
that's right.
therapist.
Susanna
yeah.
Hoffs.
Susanna
Oh,
Hoffs.
she-
She's
in there.
Ming T.
What?
I don't remember her.
How did I?
Was she dressed as the geisha when they were doing all of the nations all together and everybody was dressed
Ming
as
T sounds familiar, but I don't remember Susanna Hoffs.
Oh wait, was that in the band?
Oh, there was a band called
There was
Ming
the
T. That's
band,
right.
that's
So she
right.
was one of the band members. I did not even clock that.
Rob Lowe's the decapitated henchman's friend. He's uncredited.
Because he's in the second one.
Sherry
Oh, right.
O'Terry, she's a flight attendant.
Oh, that's what she is in Mid-Century
That's what I was
Modern.
gonna say. And she,
Christian Slater's the security
What?
guard.
are you kidding me?
He's also
Shut up.
uncredited.
I did not see any of these.
Shut up.
You better shut up. Rick James said you better shut up.
So did
Oh, he's
Little
in there
Richard.
too. No.
Oh, I mean, Little Richard. Yeah, Little Richard says
Little
shut
Richard.
up. You better shut up.
You better shut up.
So 1967. Oh, we're off to a great start.
Somewhere else.
I'm only 1/4 into my very first drink.
Quarter. She's only had a sip.
Dr. Evil gathers his deadly assassins,
Oh yes, in their underground lair.
planning to kill Austin Powers.
Well, nobody can get Austin Powers, and it's like Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset. When Mr.
That
Bigglesworth
fucking
gets
cat.
upset, people die.
And he starts like, what is this? Dropping people to the bowels of hell, to the core of the earth. Like
I
he
know,
has
could you
this
imagine?
booby
Like,
trap.
Who do you hire for the contractor?
And like, yeah, who made that? And then I think Mustafa said he was his own design or something when he was down there
Oh,
later,
that's
right?
He was like, yeah. He was like, oh, there's a little hatch down here. Do you see? I designed it.
But yeah, I
Very
just have
bad
he's
people.
dropping people to hell, basically.
Right,
He's dissatisfied with everyone except for Frau Farbissina and Mustafa.
right.
So cue the Austin Powers dance number intro. And now he must be the worst spy ever because everybody
Everyone
knows
who
him.
He is.
Everyone. He's on the
ultra
cover of
famous.
magazines. Everyone's.
Marching with the RCC marching band.
That's right. I forgot about that. You even told me, and this would have been when I was in band, and I remember that our band went on the Drew Carey show, but they only
Right.
took like 12 people. So there, it was like they took the
Right.
best person from each section or something, and that was not me. I want to say my boyfriend maybe was in that band on the Drew Carey show.
The Nick Cannon of your drummer.
No, but RCC's band I think is in a lot of stuff. If you look up
Yeah,
the RCC
it
Marching
did
Tigers,
say-
I think they're in a bunch of movies.
It didn't say. It didn't give me a list, but it did say. It mentioned that they're.
But our
they show up
drumline
quite
instructors
often.
came from RCC's band, so we were like, "Oh, sweet, they're in
shit.
Austin Powers." Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we get big dance number. Oh, behave.
Yes. the models, everything is
Everybody's
very
mobbing him.
British.
Yes, everybody's mobbing him on the street.
London, England.
And my first so now while I'm watching this whole opening thing, they're still showing the credits, and up pops the name Demi Moore, producer.
Yeah, I missed that entirely.
And in the second one too, Demi Moore, producer.
Huh.
And so unless there's another person with the exact same spelling of their name out there,
which they can't do that, right?
I
They gotta
know, I
throw an
think-
initial
yeah,
in there.
yeah,
There's
they
only
can't
one
do that.
Demi.
and then my other note is, are those Mick's original teeth? When you get those close-ups on Austin Powers' teeth,
I wonder if that's a nod to
to
perhaps
Mick,
It is.
maybe because he's
Which
bringing
one
some
had
of that.
the Tom Cruise appearance?
Second,
That-
the third
was
one
it?
opened
Oh,
with
okay.
the
Getting
Tom
ahead.
Cruise thing.
Oh, with Gwyneth
Kevin
Paltrow.
Spacey.
Yes, yeah, and Kevin
Oh,
Spacey.
well, Spacey.
Because
Yep.
I was going to
Dr.
say,
Evil,
if
that's
Tom
right.
Cruise kept his original teeth, it would have been closer to Austin
Oh, it
Powers.
would. It
right?
would.
Yeah, I think I do have some notes about the sequels at the end, and I believe that was the third.
That's funny.
So yeah, he jumps in the Jaguar, the British flag mobile,
Yeah, a little Union Jack.
with Mrs. Kensington.
Oh, Mrs. Kensington.
Speaking of Tom
Yeah,
Cruise, Tom
baby.
Cruise's first wife.
Right.
Oh,
Mimi
yeah.
Rogers.
That's
She got him into
right.
Scientology.
That's right.
It's all her fault.
It's all her fault. Blame Mrs. Kensington.
You know what? She does kind of have those wackadoo eyes.
Right?
She got them like wacky eyes. You ever look at like I watched a lot of those little like cult documentaries or whatever, and everyone kind of has that common look around their eyes. Mimi Rogers has it.
She's got it.
She has it. She got
Yeah,
it.
baby, she's got it. So yeah, they get Basil calls on the little car phone screen and tells them about this plot to kill him, and that Dr. Evil's going to be at this
Electric
pussycat. Yeah.
Psychedelic Pussycat Swingers Club.
So inside the club, go-go dancing, body painting. It's like an
Right.
episode of Laughing
Laugh-In,
in
yeah.
the in the in-between parts.
And did you see the little big boy? The little big boy was up on top of the building.
And now, do they have Big Boy in London in the 60s?
I don't know.
I thought Bob's Big Boy was an American thing.
So did I, but I could be wrong.
I just thought that because it was a fat man, I guess. It's like they don't got fat
I've been
people
led
in.
astray. It was
They
a
didn't have fat
man. I
people in
assumed it
London
was-
in the
I
60s.
assumed it was a fat man in overalls. I assumed that was American as hell.
I was taking ownership of that shit. Hamburgers, fat man. Like, I
All
thought for
that
sure.
blue cheese.
Because wouldn't that be obvious? Like, if Bob's Big Boy didn't exist there and there's a giant Bob's Big Boy on the top of this building.
Right? Like, is this a pop up?
And there was not a restaurant there, as far as I could tell.
No,
it was just the club.
A gigantic big boy statue
I
on the
seem
top
to
of
remember
it.
on the commentary, Mike Myers said that was like an inside joke. He wanted to put it in there to see if anybody
Oh,
would
would-
recognize that it was Bob's Big Boy.
Well, it took us a little while, but we got there, Mr. Myers.
That has nothing to do with, yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
has
like
nothing to
it's
do
a-
with anything. So they go in and they see, oh yeah, the woman is she like a waitress or something? She comes
the
up.
waitress comes up, yes, wearing her little Mondrian mini dress.
And Austin punches her in the face, and everyone's like, "What the hell?"
Oh, shit,
And
but
suddenly
when
it's a
you-
dude.
Right, like a very
With a
obvious,
beard.
like the scruff and shadow. Like, it's a man, baby.
That's a man.
right. And off comes the wig, off comes the makeup, and Bob's your uncle.
Yes. So they take off after they see Dr. Evil
Right.
crouching away. They take off, and he's getting into his cryo egg, so you still haven't seen his face.
Which is where, like, right outside of
It's in this
Mike Myers, out of Austin Powers' lair,
yeah.
out of his, like, swinging electric
yeah.
pussycat psychedelic
Like Dr.
swingers
Evil just
club.
been upstairs the whole time.
The calls are coming from inside the house. Your twin, your little,
Right.
little twin.
Maybe they have that connection that they don't know about, that psychic connection.
Ooh, when
And
he
just,
doesn't
like,
know that he's in his
The
attic.
egg that he's just waiting to get loaded up into Bob's Big Boy's butt, like,
I know.
or is it? Yeah, because it gets like pulled up, right?
Yeah, like that. Well, where else would you put it
Yeah.
if you were a big boy?
And then the whole Big Boy launches
Right.
off the building into space.
And I feel like that was like a one of those expensive scenes because it's taken from like a real space launch.
oh, was it?
So they like I don't know.
They put a Bob's Big Boy in place
They
of a
used
rocket.
all of the technology available to them in 1997 to create a Bob's Big Boy
that launches.
that launches into space.
So he flies around until 1997
Right.
when the Bob's Big Boy finally lands.
Yes.
And Clint Howard reports the Big
It's
Boy on the radar.
On the radar. Yeah, it's a big boy, sir.
And the commander knows exactly what that is. He's like, forget what you saw today.
Well, first he's like, he's back. He's like, well, in a lot of ways, the big boy never
I
left.
know, it's like a whole ad for Bob's Big Boy right there.
I could go.
offering affordable, what is it? Affordable meals.
or delicious meals at affordable prices.
Yeah. I like, that blue cheese dressing. You ain't never have Bob's Big Boy blue cheese? It's delicious. Get you some of that.
Have a little of that big boy blue cheese.
So, yeah, he's ordered to forget what he knows, and the
Right.
commander heads to London.
Yes.
And now, why did he need to go to London?
Because that's where they froze
But Dr.
Austin
Evil's
Powers.
there.
I
Like, he
don't
couldn't
know.
have just sent for him? Like, just give word to
Well,
London.
he had to
it's
go
time.
watch this fuckery occur as they unfreeze.
And so they say Powers volunteered to be frozen in case Dr. Evil
Right.
ever came back. So at the height of his sexual peak and the height of his fame and whatever as a spy, he just went, I'll just give up
Well,
my
this
life.
will last forever.
Because he might have just never come back. And then would they have never unfroze him?
Right?
Like that was a risky move, Austin Powers.
Risky move. Well, it plays out. It works out in the end.
Yes. So Basil takes the commander to the vault. And oh my God,
They
his
have,
face
like
in this block of
Urkel.
ice.
And vanilla ice.
But his face with the glasses and
I
like
know,
they would
like,
put him in there with his glasses. He's all
He
pressed
did
up
not
against the thing.
manage to he froze all funny.
And his body hair.
Oh, I know.
They
It's
change
like
his body hair
pelts,
in the second one because this is just
like
like
it's
pelts.
so long. He's got it's like a gigantic merkin.
You can see the merkin he's got over his pubes. It's like that in Altered States, the monkey man.
Yes, his monkey.
There's no
pubes.
wee wee in
They
there,
just reused it.
which explains
Right?
why he needed the penis pump later.
It's not mine, baby.
Why somebody's playing a
I
prank
I
on
told
me
you
it.
it's not mine. Here's your receipt
with your name on
warranty
it?
Card.
So
That's
yeah,
coming.
they get him out. We get the whole. They chip him out. They put him in the
Right,
warm
laser
goo,
cutting,
warm
liquid
goo phase.
reanimation phase, cleansing, and then evacuation.
And he
stage.
takes a 30-year piss with that
they
little
think
with
is
the
done
with
but
that
he's
ankle
not done. Oh, I
moving.
know that little.
Evacuation cup. Evacuation cup.
Nope. Evacuation, and then more. He was like 84% pee.
Yeah, he must have lost a lot of weight from that first piss.
So bloated, his ankles.
So they strap him into this thing and are telling him what's going on and that he's going to be working with Ms. Kensington. And he's like, "Oh, Mrs.
Oh,
Kensington."
shit. They're like, no,
Your
she's
daughter.
retired, Ms. Kensington.
And he's like, "Well, basically, as long as free love and drugs are still a thing, I'm going to be all right." And their face
Actually,
not so much.
Is this where he tells them that he's having trouble controlling the volume of his voice?
Yes. And then he's in his inner monologue is outer.
Yes. How do I tell her that?
I want to shag her.
Jagger,
Yeah.
rotten.
So they return all of his belongings, his 60s outfits and his Swedish penis pump, like we've just discussed, and the
Fully laced
warranty and the
cravat.
receipt. Yes, his cravat. And a book he wrote about the Swedish penis
Right.
pump. And she puts her foot down to stop calling her baby because he's been calling
Right,
her
she's
baby
like,
ever
no,
since he
I'm
woke
not,
up.
Like, if we're gonna get along, you better knock that shit off.
So back outside Vegas in Dr. Evil's underground lair, his
Right.
cat is now hairless.
Yeah, Mustafa's miscalculation has led to
Mrs. Bigglesworth.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Mr.
is
Bigglesworth.
frickin' bald.
So Mustafa is sent to hell.
Right, he has to go into hell, and he's not dead though.
Every time they think he's dead,
I'm
he-
very badly burned.
he's just yelling from underneath, and then they finally
not
send
dead.
someone to shoot him, and he's still like,
You shot me! Oh my god.
So funny. So then we meet the team. It's Frau Random Task, who
She's
throws shoes.
The founder of the militant wing of the Salvation Army.
Militant wing of the Salvation Army. Oh my
Random
God.
Task is a handyman extraordinaire.
Who throws shoes.
Patty O'Brien leaves Lucky Charms.
They're always after me, Lucky
Why
Charms.
does everybody always laugh when I say that?
And they have to explain to him about the cereal.
Right. And number 2, man. Number 2.
And number 2 has acquired all sorts of business stuff while
Right,
Dr.
his-
Evil was asleep. He's
The
made him a
front
billionaire.
Of VirtueCon is like actually really successful.
It's like cable companies and
They own
mills and all kinds of
things,
stuff.
Yeah.
So Dr. Evil's got a big idea. We're gonna bribe the royal family.
Right.
We're gonna
Charles has had an affair, thereby leading them to have to divorce.
and they're like, that already happened.
Well, I know. And then she would only go on to live, what?
Oh, a few more
May,
months
June,
after that.
July,
Ooh.
August, 4 months after
He jinxed her.
this came out.
And he, throw me a freaking bone. I've
Let
been
him tell me
asleep for
these
30
things.
years.
I'm the boss. What was the other thing he said? Oh, we're going to punch a hole in the ozone layer.
Lasers. And she's quoting lasers.
Lasers. To punch a hole in the ozone layer. And they're like,
That also already happened.
right.
Fine, we'll steal nuclear warheads and hold
We'll
the
do what
world
we always
hostage
do.
for $1 million. Everyone's all number two's like, we make $9 billion a year off of your company.
Right, alone. Like, oh, okay. So we should ask for more then.
$100 billion. So now Austin Powers and Vanessa go to his private groovy jet.
Right, he's got to fill out some forms. Sex? Yes, please.
He's still going, and she's like, getting all annoyed.
Right.
And he asks her to shag, and she's like, and he does his whole rundown of what he calls his junk.
Right, my wedding tackle, my meat and two veg, my twig and
Two
berries.
berries, yes.
It's like, give it a rest.
And then he goes to his little
He's
bed
like,
that
"Can
spins.
I show you something?"
How did he get her over there?
Just by saying, "Can I show you something?" And she was like, "Oh, all right."
And he turns on the spinning bed.
Do I make you
You
horny,
horny,
baby?
baby?
Randy.
And he like pretends to fall on top
Oh,
of her,
I
like,
fell
oops,
over."
oops. So she gets up, like, no,
Right, she's
never
like,
in a million years, not if you were the last man on earth. And he just
Right.
continues to pose on that spinning bed. It would have been funny if he got, I thought he was going to be like,
get
because it
sick.
was spinning kind of fast.
A little bit, or if he got like thrown off of it.
Yes, that
It
would have
had
been
a
funny.
Power surge.
Totally. So now Frau breaks it to the doctor,
Oh, remember when we had some sperm frozen in case you didn't come back? We should
which,
have it.
spoiler, in the second one, that's not what they did. He's the
Right.
love child of Frau and Dr. Evil.
Love child.
There's a sexy scene of Frau in her negligee.
right. That's right.
So she introduces him to his son, Scott! And he immediately hates his father because
Right.
where have you
He's
been
like,
all my
"So where have
life?
you been all my life?
He's like, give me a hug.
No, get away
Get
from
over-
me, you
get over here.
lazy-eyed psycho.
Pronto.
Yeah. Hug, hug, hug.
And he runs away from the hug.
Right.
So now they pick up the swinger mobile and head to Vegas.
They're in Las Vegas, baby. Yeah.
And he's still asking her to shag, and she's like, ugh. And he goes, oh, I'm just trying to,
Right.
for
like,
shits and giggles. Like,
exactly. I'm just playing with you. So they check into the Riviera as a married couple.
and when he like goes to check his gun or whatever, and then she pulls out that massive fucking like dirty,
Right.
hairy gun or whatever, he's like, oh.
Oh, how's your father?
And they head to the casino to look for Dr. Evil's business associate,
Right,
number
they're
2.
Gambling in this casino somewhere. So they see number 2 over there, and he's got like a little laser eye like Madonna does. And her
Yeah,
eye
his
patch.
eye patch is an X-ray.
You heard it here only.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Which, you know, you
I'm
say that
Richie
shit.
Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah. And
And
so,
he's like, well, I'm number 2.
and this is a lot of vagina.
What?
What? A lot of vagina. Oh, okay. So number 2 goes to the little boy's room, and Austin follows
He,
him.
like, does the whole thing because he could see the cards, so he gets 20. And then,
Right.
like, I like to live dangerously.
Yes.
And, like, Austin stays on what,
5?
10.
I think it was like 5.
Maybe, yeah.
That's me at the casino.
Right. He's like, I also like to live dangerously.
You lose. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, well, whatever.
So yeah, number 2 heads to the little boy's room, and Austin follows him. And here
Right.
comes Tom Arnold,
Oh my
dressed
God.
like a
I
cowboy. I had forgotten too. And when Austin goes in
I
for
don't
a shit,
suppose you saw anything at all.
yeah, the blind bathroom attendant. And so he goes in to take a shit. They both do like side by side.
Right.
And he
Like,
almost
hey,
gets
have a good one, buddy.
lucky charmed to death by Patty O'Brien, who like pops out of the wall
Does
above him.
Number 2 work for?
Because yeah, he's
like,
choking him out, and Tom Arnold can hear him, and he's like, "Hey,
Right.
buddy, don't fight it, don't fight it.
Right.
You're
He's
gonna
all,
blow out an O-ring.
We're gonna
You
get,
better
I say that shit all the
you
fucking
should blow
time.
out an O-ring." Yep. And
He's
that's
like, yeah,
probably
show
where it
that
came
turd
from.
who's boss.
Yeah, who does
Give
that
it hell,
work
buddy.
for?
He's like, hey, how about a courtesy flush? That sounds nasty.
And it's like
He's,
Patty
like,
drowning in the
drowning him, yeah.
toilet. So yeah, he drowns Patty O'Brien apparently in
Right,
the
he
toilet
kills the guy.
and leaves him there. And now where was he followed number 2 in there? Where was number
I
2
know, I don't
during
know.
all
was
this?
there another secret door?
Must
That's
have
why they
been.
have the blind attendant in there.
So Dr. Evil assembles a new team and has acquired the warhead.
Yeah, so now he's on the video horn with like
United Nations.
right, he's threatening it for 1 million.
And everyone's like,
He's
oh,
like,
I mean.
100 billion.
And he's like, yeah, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
It's all Mr. Evil. He's like, doctor, I didn't spend 6 years in evil
medical
school to
school.
be called Mr.
And so they say they don't negotiate with terrorists. Really?
Okay,
Bye.
bye then.
So they evil laugh together until it gets awkward. Oh, and then I skipped a page in my notebook. Look at that.
okay,
All right.
wow, all right.
Over to here.
Over to here.
So now Vanessa's calling her mom.
Right. She's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. You managed to resist
Yes,
the
Austin
charm
Powers.
of- she's like, really? With them teeth?
I know. And she's like, honey,
In
it
the
was different in the
60s. It was a
60s in
different
England.
time.
So meanwhile, he has slept naked on her couch and he wakes up while she's on the phone
This
and
whole like
they do this whole gag of
right.
she's
They do it
covering
a
his
couple
dick with her.
times.
Well, first she's got that magnifying
right
glass.
that she like
And so he's upside
You can
down. You
see
can
the
see his
pelt.
merkin. Yes, his pelt. And her mom's telling her all about, oh, he's like the best friend I ever had.
Right.
He's such a loyal friend. Blah, blah, blah.
and
So
she's like, oh, tell me, or well, then he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you out on the town. Because first she's like, do you want to speak to him? She's like, no, it's been too long.
and then so I have what's next is we're back at VirtueCon headquarters.
Oh yes, okay, never mind.
And they spot the cat. And he's like, and she's like, how do you recognize the cat? I never forget a pussy. Cat. He takes Vanessa for this. Oh, so yes, takes Vanessa
he
for a
gets,
night
like,
on the
"You're so
town
pretty," takes the photos, and that's what he's like. I'm gonna take you out on the town
because they miss like the car drives off while they weren't
Right,
looking
right,
or
right,
whatever.
like
So they're
he
like,
left.
well, time to do something else. So
Right.
he takes her for a night on the town with Burt Bacharach
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach.
on Her Majesty's Vegas tour bus.
Yes, of old Las Vegas. They're in like old whatever.
And we get a
60s
montage
Las
of, like, the
Vegas.
Vegas
What
action.
The world needs now.
It's like cards and
Love,
drinks
sweet
and
love.
chips and all this stuff.
Right.
So now they're back at the motel playing Twister.
Right, and she's schmammered.
And he's making her laugh. He's doing the gig behind
this
the
is me in a nutshell. Oh, the
For,
one
no,
with the whatever.
let me go down the stairs. Let me go down
I'll
the
take
escalator. How
I
about
got a
this canoe? Yeah.
I'll just take the elevator.
And she's cracking up. She wants to kiss, and he's like, "Wait,
No,
you're
you're
really drunk." So,
It's not right, baby.
but then yeah, in
One
the
thing that aged
nutshell,
well with this movie.
Right?
Right.
the one-
Consent.
right? Hey, look at that. Even Austin Powers.
knew to not do that when she's hammered.
Right.
But yeah, and then he does the help. I'm in a nutshell. What kind of nutshell is this? What kind of nut is this?
How did I
anyway?
get in this
How did I get? What kind of nut would be in a shell that would house a man my size?
And so she asks him to tell her about her mom in the 60s, and she
Right.
falls asleep on his chest while he tells her. But then that laptop starts to ring, and he's trapped under her arm, or his arm's trapped under her.
He needs
You've
that
got mail.
Coyote ugly thing.
Yeah, he needs that detachable arm.
Yes.
And it's Basil.
Mm-hmm.
And they know now about Project Vulcan, so they need
Right.
him to leave right away.
And go to a lot of vaginas.
Go get a
suite.
lot of vaginas penthouse.
She's got the information.
So he breaks in. He's taking him to pick that tiny camera,
Oh my
taking
God,
pictures
like
on that
the
tiny
little
camera
file, the little tiny
of
thing.
all
I know,
these
it was funny.
documents. And she comes in, and so he plays it casual,
Right,
like
oh.
he's there to see her.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to change into something more comfortable. And we get the whole silhouette, her
Right.
nudie silhouette. And she comes out in this little silk robe
Gets in the hot tub.
and tells him to get in.
Right.
And he does. He
Right.
undresses.
He gets all tangled up with that
Oh,
cravat.
he can't get out of that fucking shirt.
Nope.
And he gets in the tub and he gets so relaxed, he's like farting in there.
Oh, wait. Now, how dare you break wind before me?
Sorry, I didn't know it was your turn, baby.
Pardon me for being rude. It was not me. It was my food. It just popped up to say hello, and now it's gone back
Down below. So yeah, and then they fuck. Like you don't see it or anything,
like
but
in Japan, men come first and women come second, or sometimes not
not at all.
Mm-hmm. Because you're not about to.
And his little foot, like a dog getting scratched. That's like the last thing you
Hello,
see.
Vika.
That's the spot.
Yeah, I say.
Back to Dr. Evil's lair. And Frau has a new weapon.
Bring in the Fenbots!
The guards can't shoot them because they're
Nope.
mesmerized by their
Cannot
beauty.
resist.
And then the titty guns pop out.
Oh no! I like to see girls
of
of
that
that
caliber. And everybody just looks at him. And I'm sorry, that
I
was a good. I would have laughed.
I was laughing.
I would have laughed.
I was all, no one laughed, but I did.
Right? And before we get any further, I think now is a good time to take a quick break.
I agree because my upper lip is sweaty.
I know it is warm. We're in the garage in California, and it is already 90 today. So
it's been a couple days of 90-degree.
give us a
weather.
moment to get some fresh air.
Gotta get freshened up.
We'll be right back, baby.
No, behave.
Dave,
Liam,
it's a trailer.
Watch It If You Can podcast. Join us for each episode as we create box sets of our favourite films and TV shows.
We go through the cast to see what else they've been in, along with any recommendations.
We pick our favourite characters, performances, moments and highlights from the soundtrack too.
We ask if there's anything to make it better and look at the lasting legacy of our pick.
We have a little fun with our quickfire round, and finally, what else would you like list based on themes from the episode.
Maybe, just maybe, you should watch it if you can.
What if they've already seen it?
Well, you can watch it again if you can.
And we're back.
We're back, and Vanessa is showing Austin all the tech.
His new toys, including a toothbrush and floss.
He's like, oh, I get it. Like, that's
A garrote and
a garrote and some plastic explosives. She's like, no, actually, it's for your teeth.
dental hygiene has come a long way since the 60s, Austin. And now he's like all trying to cover
Right. When
cover his
Basil
teeth with his
comes
lip.
over and, like, introduces him to his mother,
Yes.
who immediately gets
It's a
punched
man,
right in
baby.
the face. Like, that's my mother.
He's trying to yank her wig off. That's her fucking hair. And he's like, well, you have to admit she looks like a man. And he's like,
she
that's
is
my
mannish.
mom. What are you
It's like,
doing?
well, she fell out of the ugly or beaten with the ugly
Yes.
stick. Like,
So
wow.
terrible.
I mean, to be fair, it does look like Charles Napier in a wig. I can't be sure that that's not, in fact, Charles Napier in a wig.
You
I
never
didn't
know.
see anything about that, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that it could be that guy from Silence of the Lambs.
So now Carrie Fisher is running the family therapy group.
Yes, because the evils have decided to get therapy.
And Scott tells about how he's been gone his whole life, and
I've
now
been
he just
partially
wants me to
frozen
take
his
over the
whole life.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, who's going to take over the world when I die? And she's like
Listen to yourself.
taking this as a metaphor.
Yeah.
And it's not.
But Scott just wants to be a vet, an evil vet.
No. Petting zoo. An evil petting zoo. No.
You see what he does?
I know, every time.
And then that's when she asked him about his childhood, Dr. Evil, and he stands up. And I
The
couldn't write it all
pieces of
down.
my
It was
life
so
are
much.
quite inconsequential.
And he talks about his
My
father was
would
a.
womanize. He would drink. He would
There was so
accuse
much.
chestnuts of being lazy.
Yes, it was insane. This whole story.
When I was 12, I received my first scribe. At the age of 14, I would get my testicles ritualistically shaved.
shorn or something like
Shorn,
that.
yeah. Like, have you ever felt a freshly shorn ball bag? It's
Oh.
breathtaking. You should try it.
No, you guys, it looks like a naked mole rat.
No.
Don't do it.
Well,
Don't
I
do
don't
it.
know, just the ball bag though.
By itself, but
Looks like
leaves
Mr.
the
Just the
pubes.
ball
Bigglesworth.
bag, but
I don't think I've ever seen someone with the ball bag shaved, but the pubes still there on the top.
well, I don't do a whole lot of undercarriage searching. I mean, if it's not like Austin
You don't inspect the
Powers'
undercarriage, girl? You got to try before you buy.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm not looking, but I
Like
haven't
a-
had to look.
Like a
Girl,
Larry
I bought.
Larry Moe situation.
Right? Like, oh, what is this?
Oh, I got an undercut. It's got a little design in it.
Why do you have a man bun on your bun?
Oh, a man bun. A ball bun.
Be like, why are your balls braided?
So now Vanessa asks Austin if he slept with Alana, and he's like, well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Shagged her rotten, baby. Yeah. And she's like, what the fuck?
What? Now she mad.
Yes. So he goes for a drive, and everybody laughs at him
Right. Like
in public. He looks
He's
up all
having a
his
hard
old
time.
musician pals. They're all deceased.
everybody's dead. Everything is like he's missed 30 years. Like he's watching the wall come down, the moon landing.
Yes, he gets those pump sneakers and over pumps them and explodes the powder in his face.
He tries to put a CD on a
record player. And so when Vanessa finds him in the morning watching all this stuff, his only takeaway was, I can't believe Liberace was gay.
Right. Who would have saw that coming?
Women
Ladies
loved him.
Loved him.
So now they're taking the VirtueCon tour. So that's how
Yes,
they're going to break in.
They're going to go to the tour. They're going to pretend that they're tourists. And
Oh, this disguise
Remember
as an
the love
Asian
guru?
Indian man and a blonde bimbo in a cowboy hat.
and they happen to see a couple people. And this guy, the tour guide, he shows up quite often.
He's in a lot of stuff. I can't
Patrick
think of.
Bristow?
Yeah, I feel like he's been in so many things. And so they hop off at the restricted area, jump some people for their lab coats
they
in the
see
bathroom.
a very rotund person and a very tall person come out with the uniforms on, going to the bathroom. You take
Yes.
this one, I'll take this one. And then they come out in uniforms that magically fit.
Yes. So the tour guide spots them though and sets off the alarm.
Right.
And they go in, punch some people out, and they steal this steamroller. And they
I'm going to floor it.
they very slowly run over Stuart from Mad TV.
I was going to say,
It is. Look what I can do. I can get flattened by a steamroller. And he just stands there. No.
He's like, get out of the way. No. And like you see the like long shot of how far away.
He's so far. They're like 50 feet from him, and he just stands there and lets them run him over.
I love that gag. I don't know why.
So the henchman knocks them out, brings them to Dr. Evil in the lair.
Random task comes and
Yeah.
knocks their coconuts right together.
And he unveils his subterranean drill that's going
The
to,
Vulcan.
he's going to drill down and put a bomb in the Earth's core, which is going to cause every volcano to erupt at once. And he's telling this to, he
Covering
does
it in liquid hot
magma. And he's telling this to United Nations when he accidentally flips it to Beavis and Butthead mid
Whoopsie doodles.
threat.
So yeah, they're and doesn't he put them in those clothes? Your ultra futuristic,
Yes. Yeah.
quasi futuristic clothes. He designed it himself.
Yes, he did. So now they're all sitting down at the table when Scott comes in to tell one of his teenage stories.
Right.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
He tries to hit the button to dump him into
Frau,
the pit.
Like smacks his hand and winks at him. So that's a little foreshadowing. She was doing a little foreshadowing of the foreshadowing. She was shadowing.
So he introduces Scott to his nemesis and tells him about
Do you
this
want to
plan.
meet Daddy's nemesis?
Tells him about his plan, which is like
He's
super
What?
bad.
I got a gun in my room right
I'll
now.
shoot him
Why
right
don't you just
now.
shoot? We could do it together.
It'll
like,
be
boom,
bonding, yeah.
Done, dead.
Nope, he doesn't want to do that.
No, you just don't get it, do you, Scott?
And he
don't
admits
get it.
that even after he gets his money, he will still release the liquid hot
Yeah.
magma. I can't say magma to this day without
know.
saying magma.
I know. So now he's going to put them in this tank in a ridiculously
With
slow
his
burn.
sharks with lasers on their heads. Turns out they're
lot of red
endangered.
So we have some sea bass.
Mutated sea
Mutated
bass.
Are they ill-tempered?
Yes. That's something. So he
Oh, of
closes the
course.
door and Scott's like, you're not even going to watch? Oh, no.
You just don't get it.
Not
Do
at
you,
all.
Scott?
Look, I'll go get my gun right now. Shh. Shh. No, I'll go get my... Shh. No, I got... Just let me
Let me
get...
tell you a little story about a man named...
This is one of my
Even
favorite
before
parts.
you
Set
start.
start, yes.
That was a preemptive shh.
Oh, I have a whole bag of shh. So Vanessa is now...
Knock, knock, shh.
There's so many of them. Vanessa has floss just in case.
Right,
Floss and toothpaste
She
in her
keeps it on
futuristic
her all
outfit.
the time, and he's like, "Look, I get it. I
No,
have bad teeth."
to swing to the ledge.
Right, and so he blinds the guard. Judo
Oh, chop! Chops the toothpaste at his face. They swing out on the floss
and then they put the guard's head in the sea bass.
and talk about ill-tempered sea bass. They eat his whole damn head,
Piranhas.
skull and all.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Kick his ass, sea bass.
Not a good time to lose one's head.
He'll never be the head of a major corporation.
She's
That's not the way to get ahead in life.
She's like, let's go.
Okay, all right.
So they find this little cart, and he sends her up the little wall thing to
Right.
get out and go get help, and he goes to turn his little cart around.
Oh my
And you
God,
all
my
know this
favorite.
We
scene.
know at that 58-point turn that I referenced like kind of a lot.
Yeah, and then he ends up just having to get out
Right.
and walk because he cannot turn it around. Why did he not just drive in reverse? It was just an empty hallway.
I know. And Dr. Evil in this plastic suit that is
Oh my
also
God, it's
ill-fitting, that
suffocating him.
He can't like put his arms up or down.
And why is he in it? No one else is in one of these
because
suits.
he designed them himself.
Oh my
Everybody's
God.
dressed.
So yeah, he tells Austin.
You just don't get it, do you, Nicole?
I don't get fashion. Austin tells Vanessa that he feels bad about Alana and that if she
Right.
wants him, he's going to be a one-woman man.
Yeah. But then he finds the fembots.
Yes.
And the guns come out. The machine gun jubblies. Is it cold in here?
Well, first it's smoke titties.
Oh, yes, that's right. The
And it, like,
gas, the
drugs
peak
him.
Gas. And he's like, oh.
He's trying to
baseball,
resist.
Cold showers. Margaret
Margaret
Thatcher
Thatcher.
naked on a cold day.
And he finally manages to reverse seduce them with his mojo.
Oh, right. They get cross-mogenated and he's...
I touch myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I want you.
When they all explode. And now Vanessa is gathering the cavalry wearing her mother's catsuit.
Yes, and she comes in and sees him with the bots on the floor and he explains and she's like, okay.
Okay, that's fine. It's
Because, I mean, it's not like... they're
I mean,
all
their heads
defeated
exploded.
and their heads exploded. So clearly
he was
wasn't
there dancing with his socks on.
right.
With his socks
And
on.
his little British
it's like
flag
So I married
pants.
an axe murderer.
Yes, it is. He loves to get naked,
He
doesn't
really does. He just likes to take his pants down. His pants. He likes to take his pants.
Take his
Likes to
pants
take his
down.
pants
Are you sure
down.
he's not Joey
You
Pants?
know, I take his pants down. He can't be Joey Pants if he's got his pants down.
So now it's time to launch the subterranean probe. The whole place starts shaking.
Right. The drill starts. The good guys bust in, and Dr.
Secret
Evil is scupping.
Agent Man.
Secret
Agent Man.
Everybody's shooting. Everybody's blasting.
And Austin hits the abort button just before
Right
they hit
in
the
the
core.
nick.
Thank God everything has a self-destruct.
Right. And Dr. Evil's in there. I want chicken.
And I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. Trying to get Bigglesworth to come get his
Right.
kibble.
Get your bickies.
Hit your
Get your
bickies.
bickies.
And so now Austin confronts him.
Right.
And he's talking about, oh, you don't have your freedom anymore. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
this
we have
is
freedom and responsibility.
responsibility.
It's a very groovy time.
So Alana takes Vanessa hostage. So Austin tries to take Scott hostage. And he's like,
go ahead, shoot
go
him. I
ahead
don't
and shoot
care."
him. I don't care at all.
And now number 2 is leaving with a fembot in his valise.
Yeah, he's like, I turned this company multinational and
Right,
made you
he's
all
like,
this
"No,
money and you
I'm
ruined
tired
it.
of taking all this anymore.
So he's got a proposition for Austin, but you don't find out what it is because Dr. Evil drops him to the core of the earth.
Ah!
And then Vanessa gets Alana. Dr. Evil gets what?
He
Gets
hits
what?
the self-destruct button, doesn't
Oh, gets
he?
back in his pod.
Right, and he escapes in his little pod and gets up in the big boy and kaboom.
As the place blows. And
Right,
then-
and like so Scott was there. There was like a bunch
Yeah.
of people that were there.
and they all live because
Of
they're in
course.
the next ones. But
So 3 months
months
later.
later, Austin and Vanessa have just been married, and he
gets
has a
his
brand
teeth
new set of
fixed.
teeth
Yep. And Basil calls.
during their honeymoon while they're both naked.
Yeah, they're both doing the
And so
nude
we
gag
get the
now.
we get both
She's been made
the
a
fruit,
full
the spice
agent.
rack.
Oh, the eating the sausage.
Yes, all of that. And yeah, he's going to be knighted. She's a full agent.
Right, and room service.
Knock, knock. It's
And
the shoe guy.
Bonk. Who throws his
The
shoe?
shoe,
Honestly.
And he chokes him out, and Vanessa hands him his penis pump.
I told you, baby, it's not mine.
Which she
She's
brought
like,
on the
"No."
honeymoon.
Right? She was like, we're going to need this.
So he uses it on random tasks to distract him while she hits him over the head with a bottle.
And off they send him on the room service cart.
And they go to look at the stars, and they spot the big boy floating.
Oh, and it's freaking cold in here.
Yeah, they're all
Mr.
freezing.
Bigglesworth.
That Mr. Bigglesworth all icy.
Frosty
The
pussy.
end.
Oh, by the way, Basil's mom is a stunt woman, Kay Wade, who played Barbara Bush in
Oh,
33 in a
Oh, Naked Gun?
Naked Gun. Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
she took the
Okay.
punch on purpose. She's a stunt woman.
Gotcha.
She knows how to take a punch.
When she
Gotcha.
just passed away last year.
Oh,
Aw.
Sorry,
so
brought
she
it down.
was not Charles Napier in a way.
So the second one, The Spy Who Shagged Me. We start out kind of right where we left off. They've just gotten married, whatever, and
Right.
all of a sudden she's acting really weird, and oh shit, she's a fembot.
Which I was waiting for that to happen at
In
the
this
end
one,
of this
yeah,
one
no.
because it picks up right where it left off.
And he calls Basil to tell him, and he's like, "Oh,
we
yeah,
knew."
we knew the whole time." Like what? But she's
knew?
also Mimi Rogers' daughter, so
I know.
how is she a
so,
fembot?
well, they don't have to explain that to you,
So now they have to.
right?
Dr. Evil has made a time machine, and he's gone back to the time when they were both frozen. So like 2
Right.
years after they both got frozen. So
Okay.
that's why there's no them running into each other in the past or whatever.
Good thing.
So he goes back too, and he meets Heather Graham, who's an
Right.
agent,
And
and only
what's her
she's.
name?
Oh wait, hold on. I do have that written down. Where
Because
did
I know
write
they
it?
have fun names.
Her name was Felicity Shagwell.
There you go.
Only the first time he said it in that accent, I thought he said Pussy Shagwell. But no. And she is horny, baby.
Right. She's
She's
hot
not
to
like
trot.
Vanessa.
I remember she's
hot to trot.
Because this is now like the 60s. So she's
Yeah, we're
still
back in the
very free
60s.
love.
And this is where, and now in the past, so Mustafa gets to be there again
Okay,
because
yeah,
they go to the
'cause he's-
past, and he
right.
has another death scene like that where like he gets
Yes.
knocked off a cliff,
Yes.
and he's
And
still
I'm-
alive down there. I think my
Send
leg is
help.
broken.
Yes.
Send help! And then you hear him stand up.
Yes.
Oh,
I
the
remember
bone's
now.
coming through the skin.
Oh, no.
And Rob Lowe is young number 2.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
And we meet Send in the Clone, Mini Me.
Me.
And then when he's trying to get him to eat, not even a hot pocket, an Eggo. Don't eat the cat. And he's like trying to eat the ear of the cat. But
Don't eat the cat.
to this day, when I say a hot
freezes.
pocket,
There's a little hot pocket.
hot pocket,
You know what? I said that last night watching Yellow Jackets. So, she's going to have a
hot pocket. So their big plan this time is they've stolen his mojo. So he's about to fuck Heather Graham, and all of a sudden,
He can't do it.
Fat Bastard, who works for Dr.
Oh.
Evil, has sucked his
Get
mojo
in
out.
my belly.
I ate a baby!
I'll eat a baby. Oh, I.
And Heather Graham fucks Fat Bastard
That's right.
and puts a suppository tracker up his fat ass.
I think I left a rosebud for you.
Oh, and he's so sweaty and he's eating it was like Pizza the Hut.
Yes.
If you take the pizza off of him,
He's
that's what he
too
looks
wet.
like under
See,
there.
they
Too
built it
wet.
and made it wet.
Too
And I believe it.
too wet. And they do the Just the Two of Us parody with Mini Me and Dr.
Yes, in
Evil.
prison, is it not? When they're in prison?
Yes, yeah. And let's see. So yeah, they of course save the day, whatever. So then Goldmember is the one that has Michael Caine and
like
Beyonce
Go.
and Fred Savage. Mole, 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 mole,
Oh,
mole, mole,
that's
mole.
right. I want to chop it off, cut it up, and make some guacamole.
And
this-
Mike Myers said that this was because he used to have a mole on his chin.
Uh-huh.
And when he first started on SNL, he was just standing looking, window shopping, and two like young mean girls walked by, and they were like, "Oh, that looks like Mike Myers," and he was kind of like, "Hey." They're like, "No, it can't be him because Mike Myers has a big, disgusting mole on his face." And they just kept going on and
my
on about this giant mole on his
God.
face, and he's like, "Oh,
I
okay."
thought you were going to
wow.
say that, like, Fred Savage used to have a gigantic
No.
mole.
It was Mike Myers, so that's why he wrote that into the script.
Man.
Wow. And then the third one was the one with Beyonce.
Yes.
And the opening that's Tom Cruise and Gwyneth Paltrow
Dixie
as
Normus.
Dixie Normus and
remember that.
Austin Powers, Kevin Spacey as Dr. Evil, and Danny
no.
DeVito as Mini Me.
yeah.
Me.
Yeah, and so I did not watch
I did not
really
follow
any of that.
one
But
through.
yes, I remember that we still say toit is a toiker
Yes.
because of Goldmember.
A bong and a blintz. Smoking a pancake.
Yes. So they weren't as
Pipe in a
funny
crepe.
as they were in the 90s. But,
I should have watched that one.
right? Maybe that was the one. We fucked up. We should have just done Goldmember. But oh my God, this episode is way too short. So what are we going to do?
I don't know, man.
What else can we talk about? I
I
got
don't
no
know.
messages.
How short?
47 minutes.
Too short.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Too short. Well, you know what? To be fair, last
be
week was
fair.
like 2 hours.
That's true.
Yeah.
Last week
If you
was
guys
2
didn't listen
hours,
to
you
last
guys.
week, it was our 200th episode. We spent a lot of time going through In Living
Oh,
Color.
I know. We could talk about how this is the very last. This is wrapping up our April Fool's month.
Yes, we're beginning a new month.
Yes.
Mother, may I?
Mother, may I sleep with danger? No.
So we will have all
we're
mom
not doing that one.
themed. And wait, and by the time we record, no, not by the time we record next, but it'll be coming out when we will have gone to the Palm Springs RetroCon.
Yes, we're also doing that.
And so we'll see if we can afford to meet any. Anyone.
Quinn's gonna be there, you guys.
Tessa's
got to
tell her.
that she taught me all about menstruation.
Do you guys know who Eileen Quinn is? Little orphan Annie.
She's Annie.
We did an episode on that too.
We did do an episode on Annie.
But yeah, I know we
Go back
have
and
some
listen to it.
new listeners who are just catching up. Back to some of our old episodes. I hope they hold up for you guys. We haven't gone
Right?
back and listened to any of
No,
those. We're
that would
coming
be
up on
funny.
4
YouTube's
years.
making sure you guys
Right?
go back and listen.
Yeah.
Can't forget.
If you've noticed that YouTube keeps forcing old episodes into your feed as new episodes, that is not my doing. I don't know what is happening. I will send them another message, but they never replied to the first one. We've got those new stickers and new
That's
koozies. Patreon.com/Doom Generation. Leave us a message or a text 702-720-DOOM. Like, subscribe, rate, review.
Yeah, be there and join us next time.
I'm talking to you next week.
Later,
Doomers.
Doomers.